May I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Crypto Night Show. Your host Superman in the house. We've got lots of news up today, guys. It's a huge day, so we're going to talk about that. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I did some changes to my studio. I'm not sure what's happening there. Oh no, it's all fine. All right, so yeah, we're going to have a good time here because we've got some big news on today's show. So we're going to talk about that. Not sure what's happened to one of my studio setups here, but just the way it goes sometimes. Yeah, it's going to be huge. It's going to be huge. So should we talk about it? Let's do it. Let's talk about it. Yeah, boy. Hopefully we're streaming to everything correctly. I think we are. Yep, everything's looking good. All right, so let's get into it. We've got the stock market up, and then we're going to get into crypto. We're going to get into lots of news around Hyperlane and Richard Hart. So we're going to do all that. Then we're going to get into Batias a little bit as well. Then we're going to jump over into the markets for PulseChain market updates. And then we're going to probably wrap up with X Game and a few other things that are getting pretty close to launching. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing today. Get into the chat there as well. First of all, share the show on X. Don't forget to repost. It takes only a moment. So get out there and pump your own bags, as it were. That'd be great. All right, let's jump over to the stock market news and see how we went on over the night. Let's have a look here. Bam. All right, so we got the stock market today. Dow Jones shrugs off likely government shutdown to hit record high. So Democrats playing shenanigans, trying to embarrass Trump. It's one of the last things they've got left to do. Really, they've got a few things they could do, but Trump's really moving and taking the territory there. Dow Jones up 0.2%, 81 points to 46,397. So a nice little day there. Dow, S&P 500, 0.4%, 27 points to 66,888. The Nasdaq there up 0.33%, 68 points to 22,666. 660, I should say. So not bad. A good day in the office there for the stock market. US dollar at 97.5. Let's look at the commodities. Of course, gold has been doing well, so we'll talk about that in a minute. West Texas crude is at $62.50. And we got Brent oil there at $66.15. So Brent oil down a bit there. Gold at the moment, of course, on a tear, up 0.44%, 17 points to $17, I should say, to $3,890. Look at that, amazing. I think that's all-time highs. It is. Look at that, all-time highs. And if we go to the max chart, that's all-time highs. Look at that, amazing. Silver as well. They're doing pretty well, not taking out the all-time high yet, 2011. I think it was March 2011. But silver at the moment, $46.91. I think the all-time was around about $48.36 or something like that. Back in 2011. Was it April? Yeah, I think it was March. April there. So maybe it was April. So silver at $46.90, which is incredible. So if you got a bag of silver, enjoy. I was watching a little show yesterday of people taking in the little, 10-ounce silver bars. That was pretty interesting. Yeah. And I saw a couple of 1,000-ounce bars as well, which I think is the big bar. It looks like a big gold bar, but a big silver bar. And of course, if it has a 999.9 on it, it means it's 99.99% pure. So it's pretty cool. We got Christine in the house there. Hello, Christine. Always a pleasure to see Christine here. Welcome. And we've got purple hearts today. Nice. I like it. All right, so let's jump into the rest of it. So let's go back down into the commentary. Obviously, the US government will enter a shutdown if Congress fails to extend funding beyond Tuesday. The Democrats, it's one of the last things they got left. So they put in some ridiculous thing about funding healthcare for non-citizens, illegals, or whatever you want to call them, people breaking the law, basically. That's where we are with that. Vice President J.D. Vance told reporters on Monday the scenario appeared to be likely after the talks between President Donald Trump and bipartisan leaders marked little progress. I mean, basically they came in to just, give them an impossible thing and trying to embarrass the White House. That's pretty much it. The current political impasse is centered around disagreements over healthcare spending and social welfare programs. While the Republicans do hold a 53% majority in the Senate, they still need 60 votes to advance the proposed spending bill. Shutdowns have historically had little impact on corporate earnings, but they still tend to disrupt economic activity. So it only shuts down certain parts of the government. Remember, the rest of the government keeps going. The last time the government was shut down was for a period of 35 days. So yeah, and I'm pretty sure all the usual healthcare and stuff gets paid. So it's just the additional stuff thereafter. Congressional Budget Office estimates shutdown reduced gross domestic product by about $11 billion. A study this week could delay the release of September's non-farm payroll data, which is due Friday, and widely followed as a guide to potential future Federal Reserve rate cuts. Remember, they're looking for about 55. It was about 55,000 growth on the non-farm payroll, but anything under 75 would be considered good for lowering interest rates. That's kind of the idea there. August job opening data climbed. I don't know what climbed it says to 7.2 million. There we go. So beating forecasts. There's a little bit of stuff around tariffs as well. So that's also out there also. Excuse me. So that is pretty much it for our stock market info on that one. We've got, don't forget to get in the chat there as well. Excuse me. We've got a little froggy throat, but let's move on to the next one, which is crypto. And I don't know what's going on. Sure, going on this other screen over here, but let's open that up and see if that opens finally. So let's go to the stock markets. No, crypto market. We've already done stock market. Let's open up this. I'm just trying to open something up here. Let's see if we can get that done. We've got Blair in the house there. Hi all. Good to see you, Blair, as always. Big shout out. And let's go to the YouTube. I'm just trying to click up the YouTube here. It's very slow for some reason. All right, let's get into crypto. Bam. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it live, as they say. Market cap back under 4 trillion, but we're sitting at 3.99 trillion, so just there. It always seems like we're always floating around 4 trillion, isn't it? So it does feel that way. Down 0.8%. We've got 18,971 coins today, which is kind of cool. And no, that was the wrong video. I'm just trying to pull up the actual screen here. So are we on the right screen? Yeah. We got Blair down there. That's cool. So yeah, we've got Bitcoin right now at $113,817, down 0.4% after yesterday's nice little green candles. Ethereum at the moment at $4,125, down 2.3%. So it's down a decent little amount there. XRP is down 1.6%, $2.84 at number 4. BNB at number 5 is down 2.8%, but still holding over $1,000. Isn't that awesome? That's amazing. And then Solana at number 6 is down 2.5%, $208. Number 9 is Dogecoin, down 1.9% at 23 cents. And then finally, our top 10 is Tron, down 1.3% at 33.2 cents. So that's kind of where our majors are. Let's see, who's the best performer? Well, it's got to be Bitcoin, I think. Bitcoin is only down 0.4%. Best performer for the week is also Bitcoin, up 1.6%, and everything else is down. So there we go. Bitcoin is the winner of the day, which is a good sign. So cool. Looking at the top 100, shall we? Quickly, and we've got NYX Finance has been dominating for the week, up 68%, number 52. Quant at number 95 is up 8.9% for the week. Flair 75 is up 6.3% for the week, and number 4 is OKB at number 45, up 3.1%. That is our top 5 right now. Top gainers in the top 1,000. We've got I Love Puppies. We've got SQD and Adam 1. Now I'm going to skip going through those today. Normally I go through the top 1,000, but we're going to leave that. We're going to go to the trending. We're Asta, Plasma, and Advantis at the moment, trending right now. So that's kind of where we are overall on the old crypto markets. And that's going to get us into PulseChain, because we've got a lot to talk about with PulseChain. So we're going to get into that next. It's a PulseChain day. Hip, hip, hooray. PulseChain day. Well, let's see if I can pull up this little screen. It's that's not doing what I wanted. All right, so yeah, let's get into it. So this is from the Hex Scout. So we're going to talk about that. And which view should we go? This view? Yeah, let's do this one. So Hex Scout, boom, they say, boom, boom. The cross-chain revolution, PulseChain needed. PulseChain is ready to lead the bull run. We like that. We like that sort of talk. Hyperlane setting a new standard for PulseChain. Hyperlane, of course, opening up massive chains. Bridging, wrap bridging 2.0 instant. So there we go, wrap bridging 2.0 instant. And of course, permissionless, fee-free, and limit-free. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Trusted highway into PulseChain. 500,000 users, so 500,000 users there, 130 chains. That's pretty exciting. 10 billion in volume and tens of thousands of transactions a day. So that's pretty cool. Mass adoption starts now, and they've got the website there, nexus.hyperlane.xyz. Now, as you guys know, you've got to be extra careful with links these days. There are scammers everywhere, and also targeting, Liberty Swap, PulseChain Bridge, etc. You got to be careful. DuckDuckGo, Google, whatever. You need to be very careful with your links. So be careful out there. Otherwise, could get rugged. Could get rugged by some horrible scammer somewhere around the world. So let's have a quick look at the breakdown of that. And we've got the cross-chain revolution, PulseChain needed. We've got breakthroughs. We've got permissionless, no limits, fee-free, no middleman, instant swaps, and independent backup bridge, no downtime. Now, this is probably very important. We have the official bridge, and now we've got an independent backup bridge. How about that? Very cool. With instant swaps. So that's going to help a lot. We've had drama in the past where, big things were happening and the bridge got clogged up, the official bridge. So very bullish news there. A lot of people will be very happy about that. Adoption and liquidity. We got up to 130 chains. We're going to have 500,000 users, additional users. 10 billion in volume, multiple multi-chain backed stablecoin. So that's going to be really important. Multi-chain backed stablecoin. A centralized grade tool. So a centralized exchange grade tool. More PulseX fees and burns. So it's going to accelerate that a lot, which is great. Strengthens DeFi position. Awesome. Then you've got trust and security. It's going to be audited. It's obviously audited. It's open source. It's public team. Institutional grade level, whale ready, and gas fees stabilized. So pretty awesome all around. Developer layer there, interoperable layer beyond bridging, Oracle ready as well, and then bonus 5-minute fiat on ramp for the US market. So 5 minutes fiat on ramp. So we've already got Coast out there doing some good stuff with fiat on ramp. Now we've got going to have this as well. So you can sort of see it hits all the spots. Big market, new users, the PulseChain, and super fast, super cool multi-chain solution. Pretty neat. All right, so that is the big news there from Hex Scout. So I thought I'd go through that today, and this is the headline of the video today. This is the headline because that's a pretty big deal. Hyperlane, up to 130 chains. I mean, it's pretty huge, pretty big deal, and that is setting us up nicely for the bull run on PulseChain. All right, so that's from Hex Scout. Should I put the link? I guess I should do the link as well. Put the link in the chat there so you guys can. Save the links to your favorites so that you double check, of course, as usual. But Hyperlane and bam, bam. We aim to help. Wookie's in the house there. It's school holidays. Wookie's at the park. Nice one there, Wookie. That is Hyperlane there. Boom, boom, boom. All right, Hyperlane. All right, so that's the big news there. Should I say something? Go PulseChain. I like saying that. I'm such a cheerleader for PulseChain. It's a curse. It's a blessing. You decide. That's pretty cool. All right, so let's jump on to the Richard Hart. He's been out and about. Richard Hart has been busy as well. Street Guru says good stuff. Yeah, it's excellent. It's about one of the top sort of things we could have, especially in a DeFi world. Street Guru. So pretty exciting there with Hyperlane. Big. It's major piece of update for PulseChain. Talking about other updates, we've got Richard Hart out there. PulseChain Explorer 1.1.0. So if you didn't know, the PulseChain Explorer has been updated there. We already had the bridge updated, right? So now we've got the PulseChain Explorer update. So it's kind of cool. So we're getting a lot of updates out there, folks, with getting us ready for the big PulseChain run. So back-to-back updates there from Richard Hart. Real-time data architecture, implemented 6-second polling system for homepage, latest blocks, and latest transactions. built with React Query for efficient cache management and automatic refetching. We've got modern wallet infrastructure, migrated from Web3 modal to Reown AppKit. We got updated WAGMI configuration for AppKit compatibility, maintaining backward compatibility with existing wallet connection flows. We also got performance optimizations in Explorer, and it did need it, right? So reduced unnecessary re-renders with smart polling intervals, optimized Webpack bundle with proper fallbacks, better caching strategies with React Query, source maps configured for production debugging, and also it has real-time updates, improved wallet connection, and cleaner interface. So that's great news for PulseChain, PulseChains. So we'll repost that. PulseChain getting ready for the big moves. Big. Let's go. All right. So we did the PLS. Trying to work the algorithm, aren't they? But that is kind of cool. Do we get so many comments in there? Yeah, we got some comments in there. That's kind of cool. Talking about those comments, we had a particular comment. I think this one here. No, not that one. So we've got another update. We've got a third update back to back. So we've had the bridge, we've had the Explorer, which is kind of cool. We did get some more updates from Richard. However stupid you think the average person is, half of people are even stupider. With a sprinkle of irony, these two threads next to each other, and it's not just that they're stupid; they're maliciously ungrateful and spiteful as well. It's amazing. Learn to say things. This person here obviously got one of the promotional iPads. What did I just randomly receive in the mail? Obviously, kind of obvious. So that is one. Yeah, I'm not quite sure where this is all leading, but we got that one, and then we had this one here 4 hours ago. Imagine Ethereum. Imagine you received a free, useful gift, and the third sentence on it was, "We hope you like us and learn about free open source technology like Ethereum, which was 31 cents in 2014 and nearly 5,000 in 2025." You'd be pretty happy about that, right? You might be curious to learn. You surely wouldn't be ungrateful or disrespecting trash, right? I see this time and time again, people spitting in the face of those that give them free things. It's pretty disgusting, really. Mine Bitcoin free. Hex was free for Bitcoin holders. PulseChain gave a free copy of all tokens on Ethereum, and with ETH balances, there's even tons of free and open source software. PulseChain even raised 27 million for medical research charity. Here's what your mama should have taught you. Your mama should have taught you. That's funny. When you receive something useful for free, you say thanks. That's true. That's true. When someone promotes free open source software to improve the world, you say thanks. That's true. Also true. Especially if it's software you also support. When someone teaches you something that might make your life better, you say thanks. That's right. When someone brings attention to the causes you care about, you say thanks. Let me know in the chat there. I think, yeah, it's definitely a good lesson. People need to say thanks for stuff. How many people are willing to spend their time, their effort to promote what you care about? I wish more people spend their time and expended great effort promoting the things that would make the world better. So there we go. That's from Richard. I can either link you to the forum. You have your brain hurt by the stupidity there. I can have you thinking I'm overreacting just to save you at the risk of your opinion of my temperament. And he's got it's got a big long section here. We won't necessarily go through all this, but you can read that next section there. Yeah. I will go to the end though. For a free device larger than what $15 would buy you at Staples, amazing, truly. Now that being said, no one is posting even posting anything about anything else they get in the mail. It seems I guess that's nice. I'm not even going to copy and paste all the stuff from the crypto forum. Tired of pasting there. So that's from Richard Hart there. So Richard Hart there is getting out about seeing some of the I guess early interactions, I would say, with the iPad device. Then we had another big update. So this is our third update from Richard from memory. We had the bridge, we had the Explorer today, and then we got the GoPulse. V3.3.0 has just been released. This is a major update that rebases from Go Ethereum V1.13.13 to V1.16.3. This release brings significant performance improvements, Thank you, Ethereum, for testing software on the mainnet ETH before it benefits are integrated into PulseChain. So we've got some major updates there with some of the infrastructure on PulseChain. And so we got the cool source code there. So this is from it's a GitLab, is it, or GitHub 102? And we've got the PulseChain Go Pulse releases v3.3.0. Now you guys know I used to spend a lot of time on here. It's on GitLab actually. A long time on here doing this updates when we used to go live, but it's been a long time since we've done that. But that is cool. So it's a major update, rebases the upstream Go Ethereum client, incorporating all the changes as well. So kind of cool. All right, so that is a big update today. So we've got a third update there, breaking changes, major upstream changes, kind of cool. So it's interesting the timing of all the changes, of course, as well, I guess, and so on. So we've got a lot of bugs being fixed, a lot of changes there. Let's quickly go back to performance improvements, transaction relay, database operations, EVM execution, state management, block building, memory optimization, background sync, snap sync, blob storage, and transaction validation. Core enhancements, state history, transaction pool, tree operations, file-based state journal, jump destination analysis, transitional state object, beacon chain, history, expiry, and state pruning there. So, yep, lots of blockchain terminology today. So there we go. That is Richard. Richard says also you can run your own archive node under 2 terabytes now. Just sync from scratch. Don't update an existing database if you want that ability, which the path-based database instead of hash-based database brings, and is probably one of the best features of this release. Archive nodes used to take 12 terabytes. Wow, that's huge. That is really, really good. Even Gerardo says, I love that. We love that. So that is from Richard. So good news. I guess we'll have to smash the like there. PulseChain loves updates. What do you guys do? PulseChain loves updates. There we go. Bam. All right. So that is that's from Richard there. So kind of cool. I think I'll repost that one out. I'll repost that one, and so on. So that's kind of cool. That is from Richard Hart. So we had some big updates, and Batias responded to the GoPulse one. So it's probably a good time to talk about Batias. And Batias says, we've been expecting this update, so we are ready, says Batias. That's, of course, the big DEX aggregator. And they just had their 2-year anniversary with some pretty incredible results. Highlighted in the Monster thread number 21, the weekly news for PulseChain. Along with a few minor tweaks we had on standby, all Pathfinder sources are now updated and reloaded. On top of that, we pushed some UI improvements and added new wallet options. Make sure your user interface is v2.0.5, and if not, hit the hard refresh. Huge thanks to Richard Hart and the Tech Squad. There we go. The Tech Squad. Excellent. Excellent update. How about that? I don't know. Do they have a token? Is it Batias? I think it's Batias. Batias on PulseChain. Oh, man, that's bad. That's bad typing. What the hell? What the hell happened there? That was a crane. That was a car crash, was it? PulseChain. Can't even spell PulseChain. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. PL PulseChain. I don't know. Misspelled still, wasn't it? That's hilarious. That's a lot of fun. All right, so that is it. Bam. All right, let's go. All right, so that was kind of cool. So that was some of the big news. That was some of the big news there from Richard Hart and Hex Scout and Patias. So we're not mucking around anymore, are they? Not mucking around. PulseChain is getting ready to rock and roll. That's all we can say. Ready to rock and roll. Now, before we get into the markets, we got some other comments here from Street Guru. Give it 2 years, PulseChain's going to blow up, and PRC 20 copies are going to make us all do well. Yeah, there's certainly a time frame for that. And thanks and lots of love there from Street Guru. All right, yeah, but we're thinking that's going to get going to have a lot of good times coming up in the next 3 to 9 months. It's going to be pretty good for the bull market. All right, so yeah, not bad. Now, I did want to quickly talk about something else. So let's go to the markets, shall we? See how we're getting on. You know how many days it is since we launched? It's a long time. So let's get into the time frame. And shall we go to, we'll go to this one. And it is 872 days. Can you believe it? 872 days since PulseChain launched. Isn't that amazing? On the 13th of May, 2023, and 872 days later. We've been free from the SEC since the 7th of July. So that's almost 3 months, guys. So yeah, we only got about a week to go, and then we're basically free for 3 months, which is kind of the long end of when I thought we might start to really pick up, right? So that's kind of cool. We've got Pulse at the moment, quadruple 0348 is down 2%. We're sitting at 35% of the mean sacrifice price. Just as a flashback, there were about, we looked at this yesterday, but there was about 90 wallets or so that sacrificed over $1 million for the PulseChain sacrifice. They got a rate that was about quadruple 041 was the biggest whales. So by that count, they're still slightly out of the money. PulseX right now is at quadruple 0231. That is down 2.5%, sitting at 23% of the mean sacrifice price. Similarly, there was probably about 110, so another 20 wallets that did $1 million or more, which is pretty crazy. There's probably about, I think for Pulse, there's probably about 8 wallets or so, 9 wallets that did over 10 mil, and a few more for PulseX, if I remember rightly. So there we go. Some flashback stuff that we looked at yesterday. Incentive token, $1.39 is down 0.5%. And we got the Hex at, I must have mentioned the buying pin. Oh, that's changed. It was 7.81 yesterday. I'm not sure what maybe the base has changed. We got Hex at the moment, which has been the talk of the town yesterday. P-Hex right now is down 1% at 8.3 cents. And of course, E-Hex was the one that people were really super excited about, although P-Hex did a good little move. And that was up, is currently at 28/100 of a penny. And of course, BankX is essentially out. I don't know if they've finally sold that last little bit, but they were essentially out. And we got the combined price of EX and PX at 1.1 cents. And then today we get all these updates. We get the Block Explorer update from Richard, and we get the network update as well with the GoPulse. So there we go. That is pretty cool. So we're getting updates, and we just recently had the bridge one, right? So things are looking good. The setup is being made. We're getting ready. So that is PulseChain right now. Let's have a look at the gas prices. We got 891,000 beats, so on the very low side here at the moment. 9/10 of a penny for a swap. Looking to the validators, we've got 52,813 validators right now. Let's go to the bridge. The bridge is our sort of a heartbeat there. It's currently sitting at 110.9 million, so we're only down. I think we were at about 111.1 yesterday, was it? Something like that. So only down about 100, 200, maybe $200,000 from yesterday. EHEX is still at number one with the old pump and EHEX 28/100 of a penny. Kind of cool. So that's where we are right now with the old GoPulse. Excuse me. I think so. Let's go to the Treasury, shall we? Have a quick look at Treasury. We've got the Treasury right now. We're up 9.7%, 60 million, sitting at 688 million. We are, of course, I think we were at 700, over 700 million yesterday, so we're down a little bit from that, but still doing pretty well. Let's quickly go to the strategic ETH reserve. I didn't look at that earlier, but just to see if we had anything else added to that. No, the last big update was Bitmine immersion, which we talked about yesterday as well. So it was the last big move. All right, so that's pretty much it. Let's go to the markets, and we can see at the moment we've got 12.5 million in volume. I think that's pretty similar to yesterday. I think it was pretty similar. Yesterday it might be slightly better than yesterday actually. Can't remember yesterday's volume, but I think it was better. At the moment though, we got big move in dominance from OG WebChef. What the heck? It's up huge, 150%. What's happening here? What is happening here? A big massive pump. Look at that. That's 30k volume has managed to pump the old dominance. Let's go over a flashback on dominance as the number one wrapped Bitcoin passive income compounding machine built for automatic rewards and self-sustaining growth on PulseChain, with 2.1% wrapped Bitcoin rewards, 1.4% Pulse buybacks, and 1% auto LP staking there, and 0.5% self burn. So there we go. That is powered. What's it say? Powered by OG WebChef. Yeah. So big move there, 150%, guys. So if you managed to, maybe you thought it was dead and you managed to be holding on, Well, it had been creeping up a little bit, hadn't it, the last couple of days? Bouncing off 9300 of a penny, is now at 2.9 cents. So nice little move there with the old web chef dominance. So one of those. Remember, it's a whole ecosystem of tokens. The other one is this one here. It's been around for a month. Can't remember what this is called, but it's up 90% as well. I don't know how safe this one is, but it's been around for a month. It's got no name. It's got no name. It's got nothing there, but it has been pumped. Whatever this dash is, // what the hell? Anyway, that's a little bit scary to look at. We've got dumped butters up 9%. We got dumped tires right now. Been around for over a month, of course, up 13%. Now, what I did yesterday is I did rebuild my meme collection. And so we're getting ready for the battle of the memes, which I probably hopefully will cover on a regular basis, depending on how it's set up. But hopefully, looking forward to that with Coinaki. Dump tires, 13% right now. So we haven't got a lot of big movers. We only got 3 movers on our trending that are the top 3 that are up over 10%. So not huge. Bitcoin pump tires is up 9%. Now, do you guys consider these pump tires like Bitcoin and stuff? These ones that do you consider them like the memes? Do you consider them like memes, or what are they? What are they? Are they just clones? I don't know. It's an interesting topic. Go Pulse right now, having a good time. It's up 8.8%, and it's back up at 10.7 cents. Look at that. So nice little pump there with Go Pulse today. And it pumped away from 9.8 cents. It's kind of been pretty range bound. Look at that. It's been pretty range bound. Like, maybe about 8.6%. I mean, it's just got pumped here, and so forth. So, only 6.5K to pump that, but still pump. And what else? We got Source Unminimum, the big corporate from Europe. PulseChain's big corporate. That is up 4.8% today, at 4.6 cents. So nice little move there. No doubt with Sun Minimal, they've got what's all these little accounts here? They've probably got, so here we go. We've got the corporate buying. So corporate buying is in. Let's have a look at that. How we got 1 there. So that pumped it from 4.4 to 4.6. So this is the corporate buy and burn. And they haven't been operating that much. Let's see, when's the last one that we had? Well, it was, so they've done 2 today, which is interesting. They've done 2 today. 3 today. Well, that's probably them too, but it's not as obvious as these other ones. Let's have a look here. And yesterday they did 1 yesterday, 9 hours ago. So they've been active, but they could pump this chart anytime they wanted to the moon. They could really pump this to the moon. But that is where we are right now. So that is the buy and burn there. They're probably sitting, as I say, probably over $10 million easy in the buy and burn balance, my guess. Don't tell them I said it. Don't tell them I said it, but it's true. All right, we got Die Hard there, number 8, 3.4% up there as well. So you're earning P Die, aren't you? Holding that. Hey, we got Surf Token in the top 10. So big shout out to Crypto Paradise team. They're up 2% right now and sitting at 0.67%. And of course, if you hold 200,000 Surf tokens, you will get into the DAO, right? Get into the DAO there and get some of the perks that they have, which is pretty cool. It's Reflection token too, so you earn some rewards. Number 10 is Peppy Meme. So you still have quite a few memes in there at 1.8% right now. And that is sitting at 0.15 of a penny. And let's have a quick look at Peppy Meme. Like I say, we'll be covering quite a bit of Peppy memes, and you can see that's actually been rallying pretty hard the last 4 or 5 days. So pretty cool gains there. So look let's assume you got it at the bottom. You got it at the top, the 150% gain, still up 117%. So 2.2x inside 5 days. So Peppy meme being pretty good. What else? Sparta, number 11. That's at 1.5%. Now Sparta, of course, has got a Hex treasury, right? So Hex, the more valuable Hex gets, the more valuable Sparta will get with the old buybacks and burns. We got Glory, been around for 7 months as well. I'm not too familiar with this one actually, but it's at 1%. It's related to Coast. And then we got the Hex, of course, one of the Hex pairs there, up slightly, along with Ink Dollar, of course, around $1 there from Fast Abdul. So that is where we are right now, and everything else is slightly down. Not a lot down, but slightly down. And then, of course, the further we go down the rabbit hole, the further it is down. There we go. X game there, just shaping off a little bit there at 8 down 8%. So just scraping off a little bit there. Nice little run to 23 cents. The RSI is pretty hot, but we are looking forward to X game launching. So that's kind of where we are right now. The weekly RSI is coming back a little bit there, 81. So it is rolling over a little bit there, but the game's still to be launching. And we've got this little pullback there, but it did get up to 2.4 cents, and it's just over 2 cents now. So that's the old X game. Everything else is pretty much down. Unity is still adjusting, down 16% right now. And Peacock also was doing pretty well yesterday, along with Vouch and Teddy Bear. All the ones that were doing pretty well yesterday, all down a little bit today. So a bit of profit taking going on there for the old Peacock and Vouch and things like that. So that was Peacock and Vouch profit taking also down 9.5%. A little bit of profit taking there after that little rally that we had going into that. So that is some of the cool stuff there. What else can we say? I think that's it. So we've got some news from X Game. And as you guys know, X Game potentially could be our big viral game. We've got 2 potential candidates from my point of view. And this is one of them. So wish us luck because we want them to be successful. Not just a dApp, not just one chain. X Game is launching directly in Telegram, where Web3 always lives. Crash is the first fully licensed multi-chain casino game, and it's going to be live soon. Look at that. So that is it. So looking forward to it. Looks like they've actually, what have they got in there? They've got a little text box there. Start. Click the button to start playing. So that's going to be pretty cool. And the animations are pretty fun. And really, it's about mad gains. If you ever played Crash game, there are centralized casinos out there like Betfury, and you can play Crash games. Now, with this, they're going to have a 30% referral, which means it gives a lot of incentive for influencers and founders and community people to share it around. So it's pretty cool. It's going to be on Telegram. And as you saw probably in the monster thread, we've got about 560 million monthly average users on X, and that's where a lot of PulseChain people are right these days. But of course, Telegram has over 1 billion, so almost twice as much monthly average users. So PulseChain through X Game is, and of course Solid Trader, which is the other product from Firewall and SolidX, is going to Telegram. And there are some pros and cons to Telegram. Obviously, there's private chat groups and public chat groups, and there are bots that delete things like that. But I think overall, accessing to such a large market is really, really impressive. So that probably moves us, up to, especially if this goes viral, then a huge market to tap into. So a very smart move there from Firewall and the team. So. This could be our first killer app, and we're tripling up at the very least, tripling up the market size potential that we could reach, which is pretty awesome. Now, obviously, there's other social media platforms, TikTok and others, but this is really exciting. On this move onto Telegram, very, very. I just like to highlight it because I think it's probably, maybe a bit not picked up by a lot of people, but that's a big deal. So they've got the Solid Trader now, which is an amazing trader bot. And they've also got the which with limit orders and stop losses, etc. But they've also got now X Game going there too. So it's going to be pretty neat. So well done to X Game team there. Did I put a little light there? Yeah. We are hyped. We are hyped. How about that for X Game? And loving the expansion into what do we say? Telegram. Go PulseChain. And we're going to put the little PLS. You guys know me. PLS and SolidX. How about that? Oh, I've got to put the little hash. Does that work? Yeah. All right, cool. We did it right. Do we type it right? I guess we can do that a little bit there. All right, we're hyped. Let's put should we put a little rocket? Do a little rocket. Bam. All right. We were there. We got a little timestamp that we were there. All right, so that's pretty cool from SolidX. I don't know if they've got anything else. On X Game and SolidX. Not sure if there's any other posts related to that today, but that's pretty cool. I'll have to remember to put that in the X Game portal, which is our private community for X Game. So it's good times all around. So that's pretty much it today. I mean, we've gone through all the highlights there. I mean, there's probably other stuff that's happening, but that is pretty cool. Let's see if we quickly forward that. Let's pick up the monster thread. If you guys haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. And we had some pretty awesome news. Should we quickly go through that again? I think we should. Let's quickly go for that. We've got a bit of time. So yeah, we had the monster thread come out last week. Monster 21. It's been out for 2 days. So a day, just less than 2 days. So it's still pretty fresh. And we had Richard Hart's bridge update, and of course he's given us V1.1.0. But now we had the Block Explorer, and we've had the Go Pulse for the validators and the blockchain stuff. So that's pretty cool. And we got Impress Spaces. We've got a big new influencer, Crypto Impress, a female, and she's very professional, as you can see, doing some collabs with Fast Abdul and Crypto Joey and stuff like that in X Spaces, and very successful. So tens of thousands of relatively new people to PulseChain. So this whole new reaching new markets, which is great. PulseChain needs to obviously always be introducing itself to new people. So that's fantastic on that. So yeah, it was really cool. US crypto support, of course, Dev Jiang there on Watcher Guru talking about how the 401ks opening up the 12.5 trillion retirement market to crypto. It's going to be cool. We'll see some of that feed into PulseChain. Hyperlane, of course, we talked about that as particularly today with the update, leveling up the USDC on Hyperlane. And of course, the integrations with Coast Tide's Balance of 3 fork called Tide, that's from Coast. Of course, our first direct fiat on ramp, and of course, Batias as well, routing through there as well. And of course, there's something coming up for official ramp now as well. So another bridge going to be using Hyperlane. So good times for PulseChain. We're really getting all the infrastructure ready in for the big bull market run. Pretty cool. PulseChain goes gasless, of course, on Liberty Swap. So that's been super huge popular, and they're ramping up the 40 chains. Also going to bring privacy solutions to PulseChain. That's kind of cool. The birthday boys, Access Alive and Hexologist, of course, having good birthdays, and looks like they had a good time. So happy birthday to both of them. They're both legends in the space, of course. 100 episodes of excellence. Of course, looking at some of the smaller influencers. Aussie Crypto Hour there was pretty cool. So that was pretty neat there with, I'm not sure how to say that part, excellence. Base Radon, and of course, Jixa. Jixa, of course, the founder of Vouch, now the number one PulseChain influencer out there. Fast Abdul, who's well connected around the space, and of course doing a lot of protocols, including Ink Printer, and then of course Hex Enthusiast as well. So a pretty big lineup there with the old Aussie Crypto Happy Hour 100th episode. So congratulations to them. We also had Gabriel, of course, receiving one of those iPads and doing some pretty viral videos. And of course, we just saw Richard talking about being thankful for receiving three free things. So it's kind of cool. PulseChain meme season, of course, Crypto Girl, which is famous Hex girl, really. And what she do worked for Liquid Lines, I think, then worked for that was it that unfortunate energy company, that wireless energy. I think she worked for that, which turned out to be more of an illusion. But now she's back on PulseChain, doing X Spaces, blowing out really well. Shirts for James, of course, Australians wearing the proud shirts there. The old PulseChain t-shirts, looking very cool and very dapper. And then we also had the Hive. Of course, the Hive is where everyone is sending out all those iPad devices, and apparently 1 million before the end of the year, which is pretty exciting. So I think they've sent out, or they're trying to ramp up, I think, to 34,000 a day. So they've sent out well over 70,000, if I remember rightly. So CryptoBella went and volunteered, and they want something like 15 volunteers or something. And so CryptoBella went and helped out and had a great time. So it's pretty cool. PulseChain's not just expanding on to Telegram with X Game and SolidX, but also on to Spotify, it seems. DJ Cryptomatic, who does wonderful DJing for PulseChain, and of course has his What the Hex show, is expanded onto Spotify, which is really cool. We got Garo there, of course, also doing sponsorship with PulseChain Hex, with t-shirts and jackets and things like that. So, and doing marketing promotion. So we've got people, playing their part, as it were, playing their part. PulseChain list upgrade, of course. Pulse coin list has a swapping site called PulseSwap, and they've had a major upgrade on there, so it's now faster, 5 times faster, 50 times cheaper. So we've gotten all these improvements in our on-chain swapping and our cross-chain swapping. It's pretty neat. Of course, we love to highlight the community with their activities, and of course, Vets in Crypto shared a video at the dirt bike track showcasing a Maker Hex Great Again hat. Looks pretty nice hat actually, but everyone's having a good time there, which is pretty cool. Look at that, the kids love it. Look at these kids, even the older kids, called adults, just for those that. We got we got you can't take out the kid out of the adult for most of the time. A few times you can. A few times. We got Batia's milestone there. Batia's impresses with over 2.7 million swaps and more than 4 billion in accumulative volume, which is pretty amazing in 2 years. Huge results there. XGAN Telegram expansion. We just talked about that. That's pretty cool. And then of course we had some honorable mentions there as well. A little artwork there from Crypto Woods. And of course, Ben Sierra, they're bringing some of the alpha. We've got about 3 pretty consistent influencers that just do analytics. They do analytics, chain analysis, analytics like that. Maybe four if you include Crispy Man. But Crispy Man is also a video influencer as well, so he does a bit more stuff than that. Now, the other big thing is we saw Dave Feder. He's going to be starting to do weekday shows. So that's awesome. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the team. Along with Crypto Paradise, of course, there's the Crypto Night Show. Of course, I'm typically doing 7 days a week, but doing daily shows, that's awesome. That's what we want. We've talked about this for some time. We need to get as many of our influencers doing more regular stuff. Doesn't mean they have to be every day, but doing more regular is great. That's just a sign of momentum and promotions and stuff like that. So pretty awesome. So that is where we are. And of course, we had some pretty awesome stuff there. We had the season finale from the Heartwood Dog. So they had their Pulse of the Fallen anime series, season 1 finale, which was pretty amazing. Definitely got to check it out. We got lots of influencers and community people and personalities. And that there are now 14 chapters in season 1, which is pretty cool. So if you love anime, you love PulseChain, go check it out because it's got a lot of your favorite characters in there. It's only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it's kind of cool. So big shout out to the Hog team there, Heart with Dog. We also got Gladiator games, which we're going to talk about a lot this week because we're coming up to tournament number 4, Fight for Glory. Tournament number 4, Fight for Glory. Now the last tournament number 3 was the Return of the Empire. So we've got Fight for Glory this season, and of course the money's gone up. So we had $650 in prizes, plus prizes for Tournament 3 last weekend. Now it's going up to $775 for the weekend coming up, and it will continue to go up as the number of players go play. So it's kind of cool. PulseChain does now have a weekly game where you can earn money playing it, which is pretty nice. That's kind of the holy grail, right? Get gaming and crypto together. Gladiator Games is on the move. So obviously you need to get week after week after week, and that builds up some huge momentum. So keep a lookout for that. Gladiator Games Crypto.net. There we go. So that is pretty cool as well. Even a nice simple onboarding there in the monster thread as well. Kind of cool. Rome token, of course. You can go pick up some of that as well. You got some little videos there as well. So there'll be a lot more content coming out around Gladiator Games, and there's a lot of people in the community starting to do their own content, which is kind of cool. Rhino 5, of course, doing their charging treasury. It's working out pretty well, I think, and they'll be ramped up as PulseChain rallies. That will rally with the old treasury there. Looking pretty good. Radon, of course, offering yields with Radon and E-Dies and stuff like that on the old Nexian farm. So that's been very popular, and next level graphics as well. I do love this video with the Hulk character. Pretty cool. Then, of course, Nexian Glow, which Radon is on, has just launched their own next major product, which is massive. I mean, this is a big deal, I think. And this is adding to the frontier of PulseChain's DeFi. So 10x leverage now unleashed on PulseChain, which means that all teams can go on and provide liquidity and get access to 10x leverage platforms now. So really exciting. So the more teams that go on there, put liquidity in there, the more people have to do a 10x leverage position, which is, suits a certain particular part of the market. But that's pretty awesome. Not just on tokens, but also on farms as well. So that's something new, right? So lots of new innovations here in Nexium Glow. So a big shout out to Psycho and the team, the Leaf out there as well. So it is live, guys, and so you can even earn on there. You can borrow and you can power farm up to 10x as well. So it's definitely very, very cool, and that's brand new to PulseChain, and that's pushing the boundaries of our DeFi offerings on PulseChain. And the AI girl says, "Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot." So have you guys seen Blade Runner? Have you guys seen Blade Runner? I think it's 2039 or 2049? Blade Runner 2039. They have the AI girlfriend on there, which is pretty funny. And he ends up liking the AI girl more than a real girl, which is kind of insane, right? It's an insanity, but it's a good story about the insanity. The insanity. It's real. It's real. It's real. It's real. All right, so that's coming out from the Monster thread. So I'm going to post you a link to that. That is week number 21, guys. PulseChain's not mucking around. We got Richard out there now. Really just starting to give us updates. The bull market Q4 is upon us. It is exciting times. Let me just post it in the chat there. PulseChain, Monster 21, number 21. Bam, bam. So give it a good read. Share it around to your friends. It's great for onboarding new people as well. And there's now 21 weeks of the Monster Thread newsletter. Isn't that amazing? 21 weeks. As we say, consistency is key. So onwards and upwards about that. So that is the link there. Posting that in the chat. And kind of cool. I'll also post it in the underneath the video there. Let me post it. What do we got a video here? There's a video. I got Richard Hart stuff there. So let's post it under the video. And Monster 21. Bam. Bam. All right, let's post that. There we go. Some cool stuff there. Cool people. Look at that. All the people. I love the people there. There we go. I love the Superman. The Pulse Cowboy just posted this. That's awesome. Nice one there. I appreciate that. So that is PulseChain, and you just never know. You just never know where we'll end up, do you? And I'd love to play this video up because it's fun. It's fun. So you just never know what we might end up with. So I hope you guys enjoyed the show. We're 52 minutes on the hour, so we're slightly shorter than normal. But it's been a good day. We packed it full of goodies. And so PulseChain, Q4 is ahead of us. Let's see what we can do in October, which is Uptober, right? November and December. And of course, looking forward to the bull run this quarter as well, leading into next year, which is pretty awesome. All right, I'll catch you again tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll try to be on time. And don't forget to follow, subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, join Discord. Links in the video description to Discord. And, of course, Telegram as well. Discord is private, of course. And you can join Strategy Club today. And I will catch you on tomorrow's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And, onwards and upwards. Let's see you in PulseChain heaven. PulseChain heaven, as I say. All right, let's play this little video on the way out. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
You could get a God candle at any moment. You could get a giant green candle at any moment because it's easier to get them because it takes less economic energy because there's less of it for sale.